I feel so dumb after that. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes I'll ever make in the Pokemon TCG. I'm not gonna forget that. These are the kind of losses that you lose sleep over. Good morning, Rosie. Good morning. Hello, hello. It's good to see you. So the other day, and by we, I mean myself, I gave Rosie her first ever Pokemon. I actually let her choose between Charmander and Pikachu.
Okay, let's try this again. Which one? Charmander or Pikachu? Both? Pick one. Pick one. Okay, I think she wants Charmander.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a runner.
Here's your baby Charmander, okay? Here you go. You protect him. Go. Enjoy. Enjoy. Come on. Let's go. I don't want to play tag. It's not a it's not a fetch toy. It's not a fetch toy. It's a cuddle toy. Young lady. Young lady. It's okay. It's yours. I'm not gonna take it.
That's yours now, okay? You don't have to be worried. Charmander's your baby. Yes, it's your Charmander now. Look, it wraps around your nose. So cute. I like that. It's so cute. I love you.
You take good care of Charmander like Misty did Squirtle, okay? I love you.
And ever since giving her her first ever Pokemon plushie, she's since devoured the tail of it, the very end of it. Rosie, you're a monster. You're a little monster devouring Charmander's tail. He's never gonna evolve. He's never gonna evolve because of you. So, fun common question of the day. Have you ever given a pet of yours a plushie? And how long has that plushie lasted? This is her favorite plushie now. She's gonna spend the day bonding with Charmander, cleaning him, I guess, because she's doing that little nibble thing that the dogs love to do. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're such a cutie pie. Pokemon aren't the only thing this little menace to society likes to destroy and nibble on. She also now has a sneaker addiction as well, just like myself. And I actually just started, she's so cute, oh my gosh. I just started vlogging again on my main channel, Sneaker Talk, hence Sneaker Talk TCG. And I recorded a little segment breaking down the 3 sneakers that she destroyed. I'm gonna throw some footage to you guys that I filmed for my main channel, explaining the terror that she caused. I'm talking about you, buddy, you're a little menace. Our dog Rosie got her paws on my Air Jordan 1 Gym Reds. But that's not the only bad news. My really cool custom Ultra Boost that I have right here that I got to customize with Adidas, she also got her paws on this pair as well. Look at the way the laces are now. She chewed off the one side there, and then it's just dangling. So I'm probably gonna have to get new laces for these. And it gets worse. The last sneaker, or should I say victim in this this carnage, was the Air Jordan 3 free throw lines, or white cements. She got to destroy the laces, so I just decided to cut them off because she shredded the laces and it was really, really painful to look at. The only bright side, the silver lining in this scenario, is the fact that it could have been worse. You know, it could have been worse. She could have got a pair of like Air Jordan 1 Chicagos or some other hype beast sneaker that I had lying around. But luckily, these were the 3 sneakers that just happened to be on the shoe rack or floor at the front of the house because I was wearing these ones recently. You be good, Rosie. It's time to go to Comfy Hobbies League Cup tournament. Apparently, my sister gave her this plushie that's not a Pokemon yesterday, and it looks like she's already started to nibble the ears. So I have to be personally responsible and make sure there's no good shoes left at the front of the door just to be safe. Now that I think about it, maybe bonus common question of the day: what's a pair of sneakers or like something that your pet has destroyed that's like kind of out of your control, so to speak? And yeah, my dogs over the years have gotten shoes, and it's kind of cute but kind of painful. That said, it is a nice hot summer day. Welcome back to the vlog, and today we're going to Comfy Hobbies for their League Cup tournament. And today's vlog, we're going to be playing Roaring Moon EX with, you guessed it, the poison package, and I am super excited for this. And I also might be super regretful for wearing like all black today because the sun is beaming on me today. We're just gonna walk over real quick to McDonald's, grab some breakfast. We're actually getting breakfast today. I know a lot of Pokemon players like to run on no breakfast, and even more dangerously, only energy drinks. Hopefully we don't have to play with like a headache or on an empty stomach, because I find that one of the things that I hate the most is playing Pokemon on an empty stomach and also just getting headaches throughout the day. If you can avoid those small little things that honestly can really impact your gameplay throughout the day, avoid them. Here now at Comfy Hobbies. It is a packed house. There are so many players inside, and I see a bunch of top players as well. So I'm excited to show you guys what this deck can do. We've been doing really well with it for the last couple of events. This past Monday was my birthday, and some of you guys already wished me happy birthday. But this is my first like vlog, I think, since my birthday on the channel. So if you want to wish me a happy birthday, you totally can down below. I think today's deck is really well positioned. It's kind of like an anti-meta rogue deck that I think not too many players are going to expect. And we're also going to have a little donk counter as well to see how many players we can potentially win against on our first turn of playing by poisoning them and doing up to 80 damage on turn 1. So if they choose to go second and they don't bench 2 Pokemon, that's extra good. You kind of almost want to like hope that you lose the coin toss so your opponent gives you first, so they think they actually are like, you know, getting the optimal start and giving me a bad start. And a lot of people also know me as like a Joltik box player, Miraidon player, and that kind of also is a benefit to me and a bad thing and a good thing. The good thing is I'm not playing Miraidon, and I'm actually a deck that wants to go first, so I really get a big buff by getting the optimal starting position, you could say. But you know, sometimes it's bad because sometimes people just assume I'm playing Joltik, and then I actually am playing Joltik or Miraidon, and it's painful. This might be one of the last tournaments that I play Roaring Moon, at least until the Megas come out in September with the Mega Evolution set, and that's just because I'm really excited to play Miraidon EX again, man. Miraidon EX feels really good on Pokemon Trading Card Game Live right now. Dynamotor's back. We have Zekrom EX, which is like Charizard EX, but for Lightning type Pokemon as well. Air Balloon's also really good too, so just gonna be a fun time playing Miraidon. And also Metagross with the new Jellicent EX seems kind of diabolical, so I want to try and cook something up with that. I know most people are going to pair it with God of War, but I'm a huge fan of Metagross. And I think the tournament's going to start pretty soon, and as you guys know, we're also sponsored by the store Comfy Hobbies. So if you guys want to buy any Pokemon cards at all, check out comfyhobbies.com and use code sneakertalk to save 5% off. They just restocked an absolute ton of stuff, and then at some point in between rounds, if we get some time, I'll show you guys a bunch of the stuff they have in store, including the newly stocked singles. So let's get inside, see how many players there's going to be, and hopefully round 1 goes smoothly. Round number 1 and 2 just wrapped up. Round 1 went a little late. We didn't get to do the full recap right after the game because we had to go right into the round 2. So quick recap for round number 1. We played against Brennan, a really strong player here locally. I see him pretty often as well, and he was playing Goldengo with Dragapult EX. And I was a little scared because I had known on Twitter on the way to the event, I think I saw he like won some online tournament. So I was like, ooh, he's cooking. His deck is definitely functional and it's really strong, so I was hoping I could have a good start against him, and that I did. We're of course on Poison Moon, and we lost the coin toss. We got to go first though, which was still really good. My opening hand was insane. It was so good. It was the kind of opening hand you wish you had if you're even playing like a Gardevoir. I was able to play 2 Earthern Vessels on my opening turn and Secret Box, and then get my full fleet of like everything ready on the board. The Poison Stadium, the Brute Bonnet with the Tool. We also didn't grab Squawk, for this because there's no point of grabbing Squawk, I feel like, if you're not going to get that turn 1 win, especially when you have 2 copies of Boss's orders in your hand and you don't want to squawk them away because that feels really, really bad into the mid to late game. Here's just a look at my opening hand. It was so, so good. We managed to get the opening poison for 80 damage. Oh, so I think someone just pulled something fire out of their car. They're ripping some packs. I hear screaming. I hope that's screams of joy because it's pretty terrorizing. We were able to get the turn 1 poison for 80. He was able to get the not even turn 1 TM Evo, I believe, but he was able to get a full board. So even though I had a really strong start, Brennan also had a really strong start. He played double Buddy Buddy Poppin'. So he set up, I think, 3 Gimme Ghouls and 2 Dreepy. So he's getting well established. Luckily for me, the Monkey Dory got knocked out in between turns with the poison. And on the next turn, we took out another knockout with poison with the Dreepy. That was in the active. So that was our first 2 prizes. And we were pretty much just like drawing pretty perfect all game. It felt really, really good. Brennan's next attack would end up being his Golden Go EX using Evo TM to evolve 2 of his Gimme Ghouls into Golden Goes. And so we had a full health 260 HP Golden Go on the field. I was able to get the 1-hit KO without using Frenzy Gouging, which is really, really, really important. So our poison, Roaring Moon, plays Monkey Dory. So we were able to move over 30 damage with the help of our Monkey Dory with our Petulant that had some damage counters on it saved up from earlier. We used an E-switch to move that energy to Monkey Dory. Then we would poison him with the Brute Bonnet, and then we would also use Calamity Storm. So we would leave his Golden Go EX with 10 HP remaining, and in Pokemon Checkup, that 10 HP is all I need to eliminate him with poison. So we were able to also deny Fez pretty much all throughout the game. Fez never ended up seeing the board at all. And then on the next turn, he knocked out my Moon, and then I went for a boss play where I just dropped my Poison Stadium, bossed up his Dracloak on the bench, and then I Monkey Doried some damage over, and then Poison Ticks for 80. So we were able to take 1 more prize that way. And then by the end of the game, our hand was insane. We had like a 12 card hand. He wasn't able to play Iono. He prizes Iono. We still had Mew on the board for some onboard draw, but I didn't have to go crazy creative with the last play. I didn't have to super rod and do like a big frenzy gouging by the end of it. We just ended up bossing up his Monkey Dory and attacking with Brute Bonnet for the knockout, which is really weird because usually, you know, for this deck, you don't think Brute Bonnet is an attacker, but Brute Bonnet is actually a really solid attacker. Brute Bonnet is more or less like an energy bank because you pretty much always have a Brute Bonnet on the field with a Ancient Capsule, but you know, sometimes it just comes out of nowhere, and swinging for 120 is really good. Poison also hurts a lot too, so you know, 120 might not seem a lot, but the utility and the versatility that Brute Bonnet has to offer is super, super good. So we're starting off today's tournament with a record of 1-0. Round number 2, we played against Jaden, who I believe is a subscriber of the channel, and he was playing Dragapult EX with the Dusknoir package in it. And after the match was done, he told me something that really surprised me, so I'll tell you that in just a second. But he was playing Dragapult Dusknoir, which isn't the scariest matchup in the world, but it becomes very, very scary when you get Itchy Pollen for 20 damage. Turn after turn after turn. I won the coin toss, chose to go first, and we were not getting set up at all. We had some pretty unplayable cards in our opening hand. We had Blood Moon, Roaring Moon EX, and then eventually I like top decked a Baby Roaring Moon. And it was rough. I think he Itchy Pollened me, and I think there's like 120 damage on my Roaring Moon EX just from the Itchy Pollens alone. It was really, really disgusting. I did not play Professor Sada at all. I did not pass go and collect $200. It was just brutal. I was not playing the game. It was as bricky as you could honestly expect out of a game you would describe as bricky. And he took a 4 prize turn, exploding 2 Dusclops, and then Dragapult EX Phantom Dive to take down both of my Roaring Moon EX. And then by the end of the game, I was taking my first, I think my first attack. Bro, my first attack was with Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, and I did some poison damage shenanigans. I knocked myself out at the end of the game with my own poison, because I'm an idiot. But at the end of the day, it was a lost cause. He was getting so well set up. So our record now is 1 win, 1 loss. And the funny thing he told me after the game was, he played against his friend using Roaring Moon Poison Package as well, and he is 0-6. So this was his first win against Roaring Moon Poison. Now he's 1-6. Round 3 is going to start pretty soon, but in the meantime, I'll show you guys a bunch of the new release items at Comfy Hobbies that you guys can shop, and some singles as well. So let's go inside and check out the storefront. a bunch of the new recent releases at Comfy Hobbies. We of course got the new Black Bolt binder collection right here featuring Zekrom. This is going to be my new best friend in the Miraidon deck. Really sick binder. I never played black and white, but I really like Zekrom. And then we got the White Flare as well. Both of the binder collections are still available. I think they just sold this last mini tin, but we can still look at this mini tin before it gets shipped out. And then we also have the new Mask of Ogerpon Premium Collection box. This box is pretty cool. The only downside is they don't include a teal mask, which is by far the most playable and just most played in general out of all the Ogerpons. The Wellspring does see some play, and I do like the fact that it has that cool Twilight Masquerade little stamp right there. But no one uses the Hearthflame Mask Ogerpon. But there's a lot of packs in here and a lot of Twilight Masquerade as well, so maybe you can just pull the teal mask yourself. But yeah, a lot of packs in here. I think there's 10 booster packs in here. So this is one of the best bang for your buck products you can get right now. And then we have this one that was actually delayed. We have the Charizard EX Special Collection. The jumbo card here is really cool and unique because it's a lenticular card. I think that's how you pronounce it. So you can like go left and right, and then it's doing different poses and stuff. So there's like one where he's smiling in normal from like Obsidian Flames, and then there's the one where he's about to like headbutt you with his Burning Darkness attack. So pretty dope. You also got this Cosmofoil Charmander, the Charmeleon, and that Charizard EX promo as well. Charizard's super popular and strong right now, so not a bad time to pick this up if you want to play some Charizard. And the pack selection looks pretty good too. I see a Paradox Rift, maybe 2 Journeys Together, and 2 Surging Sparks. So pretty good pack selection out of this one. And actually, what packs were in here? A bunch of Twilight Masquerade. I think there's like 5 of those. And then Paradox Rift. Yeah, so 5 Paradox Rift, 5 Twilight Masquerade. Moving on to this, we got the Team at Rocket's Mewtwo EX box. A new promo for the Mewtwo EX. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to the hype. Not a very strong deck, but still fun to play. Cosmos Holofoil Team Rocket's Giovanni. It's Team Rocket's Prime Catcher, essentially. One of the best supporters in the game. Really nice Cosmos Holofoil on it. I really like that. And there's also the Meowth in here as well. And you have 4 packs. It looks like 2 Journeys Together and then 2 Team Rocket set. I forget what is it. Destiny? Yeah, Destined Rivals. And 2 Destined Rivals. We got Cynthia's Garchomp EX box. This is another Pokemon like deck I'm really enjoying playing online. So I'm gonna keep working on my list and keep playing games with it. Really fun to play. You know, it's a cheap attack and you get to see a lot of cards after you attack. So, you know, draw engine built into Pokemon Search with the Gigabyte. And then, yeah, you also hit for weakness against a lot of things like Pheasantipity, Blood Moon, all the Miraidon stuff out there too. So Cynthia's Garchomp EX box collection right here, the premium one. It's like the Iona one where they have that special, all the like acrylic stand stuff. So pretty cool. I know there's a lot of Cynthia simps out there. Shout out to the homie Robert. I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of Comfy Hobbies storefront. Of course, you guys can shop with code SneakerTalk to save 5% off. And now let's get to the round 3 and also round 4 recap. So round number 3, oh my goodness. I think I'm done. I think I might be done playing Roaring Moon EX for a while after this. This was a traumatizing game. Oh my goodness. This is the kind of loss that you don't forget. These are the kind of losses that you lose sleep over. It's one of those losses where you had game available, but you physically couldn't see the card in your deck, even when you double checked, and it went down. It went down to me not literally seeing my Roaring Moon EX in the deck. And I would have basically had game. So we played against Charizard EX with Pidgeot, and this is an opponent I played against before actually. I think earlier this past Tuesday at locals here at Comfy. The Charizard's decks are putting in the Miss Energy, which is a little annoying, but if they're able to get it prized for us for a little bit, that means we have a couple turns of potential Frenzy Gouging. And yeah, this was a long game. It went into overtime, and basically my opponent was only able to set up one Charmander to evolve into Charizard EX, and they were able to go Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard, and then they counter captured my Roaring Moon EX and just swung for knockout with the help of the Maximum Belt on their turn. So that Max Belt technology was enough to put them within range of knocking out my Roaring Moon. If I had gotten a capsule, I was only able to get 1 capsule in time and put that on my Brute Bonnet so I could do some poison shenanigans, but if I was able to get that capsule onto Roaring Moon instead, or maybe I just should have done that to begin with, Roaring Moon EX would have had 290 health and be able to withstand the Burning Darkness. So I would definitely say that's definitely a mistake I made looking back and reflecting on the match. I didn't necessarily have to go for the KO on that turn, my KO with poison on my first turn. Them getting Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard, and them knocking out my Moon It's pretty cooked. However, I had an out, and my out was available. I had the Sadas, the E-switches, the 10 energies for turn. I had everything, but then when I went to play my ball card, I couldn't find my second Roaring Moon. And yeah, I looked, and I looked, and I didn't look thoroughly enough, because by the end of the game, I did see the Roaring Moon EX in my deck. So I fumbled it. I would have had game because they could have just Frenzy Gouged their only Charizard, and all they would have had left is a Pidgeot. And then turn after turn, I could just take knockouts with all my entire board. But that one single Charizard was enough to basically clinch them the game, and it all came down to me not physically seeing the Roaring Moon EX that was in my deck. So I was like, oh, I have to go for plan B. I'll have to get Vezendipity instead, and then try and hit the Night Stretcher to bring back the Roaring Moon EX in my discard pile. I feel so dumb after that. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I'll ever make in the Pokemon TCG. I'm not gonna forget that. I'm excited to stop playing Roaring Moon EX because every time I play Roaring Moon, I'm now gonna think of that big misplay. What I need to do now is upgrade the rarity of the Roaring Moon EXs so I can really see them. We got to get some like ugly, I think the gold artwork for Roaring Moon EX is ugly and very bold, so it's easy to spot. And yeah, I'm gonna lose sleep over that one. That was tough, man. That changed the whole trajectory of this tournament big time. Round number 4 just wrapped up, and we played against the homie Matthew Farkas, and he is one of the co-founders of Endgame. So shout out to Endgame. You guys can of course use code SneakerTalk to save 10% off of Endgame as well on their website, and they actually sell Endgame here in the store at Comfy Hobbies. So you can grab them from Comfy or you can grab them online. Either way, use code SneakerTalk to save some money. And he was playing Gardevoir today. He's been playing Gardevoir for quite some time, and he's been testing some like wacky stuff in it as well. This matchup was rough. It was similar to the other one in round 2 where we just bricked. It was hard to see a really good hand of cards, but knowing I'd have to Carmine it away because the hand was not, it had a lot of good cards and good playable cards, but it was not turn 1 playable. So we had to rip off the Band-Aid, go for the Carmine, and it was downhill from there. It was it was bad. It was bad. Today's one of those tournaments where it's like a mixture of the bricky games, but also the misplays that you made along the way that kind of set the tone, and I'm in like a downward spiral, you could say. So I think we have still 2 more rounds left. So maybe we can go like neutral, go 3-3 by the end of it, but painful tournament so far. Kind of glad, kind of happy this is the last Roaring Moon EX tournament, but the deck's still really good as long as you're not like misplaying and not physically seeing the cards in your deck. I'm playing Roaring Moon EX and I can't even look, I can't even see the Roaring Moons in my deck. Anyways, we lost round 4. Our record now is 1 win, 3 losses. We have 2 more rounds to go. We're gonna play it out for fun just because, you know, I love playing Pokemon. Let's see how we do. Round number 5 just wrapped up. We hit the homie Julian Gortberry, and we did it. We finally pulled off the turn 1 donk on a beautiful Shaman for 80 damage of poison. He didn't even get to draw a card before he could lose the game, so feeling good. But unfortunately, I got up paired into him, so I knew I had no chance of getting top 8, and he could still have a very small chance of getting top 8, so we gave him the win because why not? We played another game, and I got destroyed in that game. And then we played another one to make it a best of 3, and we clutched up and won that. Shout out to just magically dropping in a Roaring Moon EX, Attach, Sada, E-Switch. Feels good to just magically bring out an attacker like that to Frenzy Gouge your opponent for game. Won the best of 3 against Julian, but our reward for giving him the round 5 win and winning the best of 3 is we got hit with the bye for round 6. So round 6 we got the bye, and yeah, our record's kind of tainted because we gave away a win, so we're not even going to bother looking at our record, but we did get a little farm today, so feels pretty bad. But you know what's not going to feel bad? Playing Electric Generator in Miraidon once it's legal. Check out comfyhobbies.com and use code SneakerTalk. You'll save 5% off. Click on screen to hang out some more, watch another tournament vlog, maybe one where I don't completely fumble the bag and throw my games, or maybe one where I do. I have a lot of those.